No one talks about it, but so many women in menopause feel it. Their desire just disappears. If you've been struggling with low libido, you're not alone. Today we're breaking down the real reasons why this happens, how to reignite passion naturally, and what the Bible teaches about intimacy and honoring our bodies. Let's get into it. Why do so many women experience a loss of libido during menopause? Well, there's a few things going on. Number one, the shift in our hormones causes this loss of libido, this loss of sexual desire, because estrogen and testosterone create that desire within us. And when we go into menopause and those hormones decline, many things are happening throughout our body. The way that our brain function changes, the way that we think of ourselves changes, the way we see our body changes, the way our body function changes. I'm talking about our vaginal health, our brain function, the amount of energy that we have, how well we're sleeping. All of these things start to impact our libido. And this is what I hear all the time in my virtual medical practice. I just don't feel like myself anymore. And the truth is, when you don't feel like yourself, you don't feel desirable, you don't have energy, you don't feel good, you don't want to share your body with another person. Even if you've loved that person and been with them for decades, all of a sudden you are feeling different internally, and that is affecting your ability to be intimate with your partner and show up as a sexual being. The changes in the vagina really start to interfere with a woman's ability to be intimate. They start to have dryness or even itching, irritation, and pain when they're not even having intercourse. They just feel irritated down there, and it's because the loss of estrogen in that tissue causes that tissue to become drier, lose its elasticity. It even can get to the point where it's thin like tissue paper, and it does tear and get injured during intercourse. So one time of intercourse with a little bit of tearing, now you have this pain that your brain says, wait, we want to avoid that. Don't do that again. And so you might love your husband and want to be intimate, but your brain is telling you, don't do that. That wasn't enjoyable. That was painful. So we start to get on this slippery slope of we've gained a little bit of weight from our hormone changes. Now we don't even enjoy intercourse anymore. And all of these things start to play in our head and turn into a vicious cycle of being repelled by the idea of it. And so we almost shut down as sexual beings. We just turn that part of us off. And unfortunately, I see a lot of women succumb to that. We just think this is our life now. And it's not your fault. So many doctors tell patients that's just a normal part of aging. You have to deal with it. Get over it. I've even heard women being told by their doctors to drink a glass of wine so they can get through sex. That is not the answer. I promise you that is not okay. But there are ways to enjoy it again and to feel good in your body and really want to be intimate with your person again. In addition to the decline in our hormones in midlife, our busy lives also tanks our libido. You would think, why does that matter? But it really does. I like to explain that women are crock pots. You have to plug us in the morning and we simmer and warm up all day, and then we're ready to be intimate. Whereas men are microwaves. You turn them on 90 seconds, they're good to go. We need to be thinking about sex all throughout the day. We need to think about our partner. We need to touch them, talk to them, be stimulated, and think about them as sexual beings. Otherwise, that desire is not going to be there. I know in your 20s, you may have just been able to look at your partner and get excited, but it's not that way when it comes to midlife and beyond. Your hormones are different now, and your life is different now. Let's be honest. You have your job and your kids and all of these responsibilities. You're managing a house and doing all of these things. The last thing on your mind is having sex with your partner. So all of a sudden you go through this crazy day, you get into bed at 9 o'clock at night, you're exhausted. You haven't haven't thought about your partner once all day, why would you at all be interested in having sex? It just doesn't happen. So I would recommend get in the idea of making it a priority. Think about him during the day. Text him. Think about how he smells. Think about the parts of him that you like to touch. Stimulate those memories and those thoughts, and that desire will come back. Ladies, that section was for you, but now let's talk to your men. You guys, this is for you. I want you to show your woman that you're still interested. I want you to feed into that desire that she is trying to create. Send her a text during the day. Touch her if she's around you. Smell her. Just do little things to get her excited, to get her thinking about you as her partner, and get her sexual desire turned back on, because honestly, it's been dormant and we just have to wake it up and stimulate it. So that is your job, is to start to court your woman again. Act like you're dating. Take her out. Say nice things to her. I'm telling you, one compliment about a woman's appearance will probably have a big result. I'm just telling you. Your diet and lifestyle directly impacts your libido. I know it sounds a little crazy, but I promise you, our libido has so much to do with our sex hormones and the health of our nerves and the health of our cells. So our cells in general become inflamed when we eat inflammatory foods. So if you're eating the standard American diet, you're going to be inflamed. And that might just feel like feeling tired throughout the day, having headaches, not feeling a lot of energy or motivation, or it might show up as weight gain, thyroid problems, irritable bowels type symptoms, diarrhea, constipation, all of those things. If you have that going on, I guarantee you're going to have a libido issue. And the same thing is with men. They are having erectile dysfunction and libido issues, and it's because of this standard American diet that is so inflammatory. So that's number one. Number two, our crazy busy lives are a complete distraction. Busyness is from the enemy. God did not create us to be busy beings. He created us to rest in Him, to trust in Him that He's going to provide and that He is making a way and that He is providing. So if you are constantly stressed out about where I'm going to get the next paycheck to pay my bills, how I'm going to make this project happen, how am I possibly going to get my child under control, it's stressing me out and keeping me up all night, that is impacting your libido. And I'm telling you right now, you can hand all that over to God. You don't need to carry those burdens and hold on to those worries. You can trust that He's got you. And here's the beautiful thing about sex and intimacy and all this stuff with your husband or your partner, is that God actually created that union to be special and distinct from all your other relationships. And so that should always be a part of that relationship. I used to take care of women in their 70s and 80s when I was an OBGYN, and the healthiest women were still sexually active with their husbands. I loved hearing their stories about going to pickleball and then having sex afterward. It just surprised me at first, but then I understood it was because they were healthy mentally and physically, and they realized the importance of nurturing that sexual relationship because it was distinct, it was special with their husband. And so we have to get back to that. We are seeing an unprecedented divorce rate in midlife women. And here's the deal. We are so busy at trying to produce and perform and show our worth. We're already worthy. We don't have to do that. We can get back to filling our cup up and taking care of the relationships that really matter and nurturing those relationships. So I would encourage you to think about your relationship with your partner and what does sex mean to you guys? Is it something special that you want to nurture and cultivate? Has it gone by the wayside and you feel that distance emotionally and you want to get that back? Because I promise you, you totally can. Now that you understand how to restore your libido, let's talk about another critical midlife issue: balancing your hormones for energy and weight loss. Click here to watch my next video and start taking back control of your health.